day when I was setting that up. That's good. Now this.
I'll fix it.
That's good. Hi, everybody. Hey, KJ, thank you so much for your Home Depot gift. We're crooked. You were going to fix it. No, I turned the volume all the way down.
It didn't look crooked to me.
Did it?
No.
Okay.
It's me.
It was me too, so it's cool. How is everybody today? Robin was the first one here. Because you have no brain, huh, girl? Kelly's here. KJ's here. Kimmy's here. Robert's here. We have had storms. Actually, last night it poured down raining. My garden is so happy. It's like super stoked. Quiet in the chat so far. It was quiet in the chat. Okay, so on this phone, I can watch, but since I haven't really logged into it or done anything, I can't really comment. It won't let me. So this is our recording phone. And that's basically, hi, Bradley, you made it on time. Justin's in the back hanging out with Chloe.
You must be getting comments. I'm not. It's rolling.
Kimmy's. Oh, Kelly gave us these chairs. She gave us these chairs the other day, and they are so comfortable. She felt sorry for us.
Well, I can't join in on the conversation. Apparently.
Kimmy's mom's here. See, you hear Justin? That could be Chloe.
Hey, y'all.
Brenda and Matt are here, chasing Freeding Homestead. So yeah, we've kind of had, we went huckleberry picking. Kimmy's going to do a whole video on that, so you guys are going to see that. We did that on Sunday after church. Well, I guess it was later in the day because it was really hot.
It was later in the day.
It was really hot. We've had 90-degree, that one time in your truck, it was, what was the temperature?
122.
122 inside the truck. It was ridiculous. So we've kind of like been laying a little bit low all afternoon, but and then Monday and Tuesday we've had like rain, and it's been the weather's been beautiful, but we just have not been motivated.
It's been super muggy.
It's been muggy. Yeah.
It's like been muggy.
Yeah. So tomorrow we get back on the sawmill, which is exciting. Yeah, we went with Matt and Brenda huckleberry picking. Hi, Darlene.
Hi, Mama. Ugh. Yeah, these chairs are super comfortable. Thank you so much, Kelly.
Oh, Bob said, I'll be in and out. Over 3,000 people on People right now with over $6,000 in giveaways tonight. Hey, way to advertise that so people leave, Bob.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bob's been super spicy today on our videos.
Was it today?
Was that today or yesterday?
Yeah.
Yeah. Super spicy.
It was fun, Brenda.
And
we enjoyed it.
It was a lot of fun. So we went to Home Depot the other day, and we were the hookups for the cooking stove inside the stove oven. And we decided to walk over, and because the stoves and refrigerators and all of that are in there. And so anyway, they had these two refrigerators, which were the exact refrigerators that I was looking at, not in the white, but anyway, they're like $600 normally, and they were all packed up. I'm like, what's going on with these? She's like, oh, they're dented. And I was like, you should sell me one for $100.
Yeah.
So long story short, and a whole lot of shenanigans and fun with managers involved, we got a brand new refrigerator for $200.
Yeah. I sell.
So we brought that home. We got it plugged into the Bluetti, and it only pulls. It's like 50 watts that it's at.
Amazing.
It's amazing. So we can give Kelly back her little refrigerator that was like a godsend to us. And helped us out, but it's so nice to have a big refrigerator in now.
It has been amazing. It's so different.
We just started putting stuff in it, and
you got to think of the whole time we've been using an RV fridge, so we've not had a big fridge.
Yeah, for 3 years it's been an RV fridge.
KJ says, "Wow, that doesn't happen on this channel, but we get a lot of laughs and good humor. The
That's true.
giveaways or the
Hi,
3,000
Nancy.
people." And Mom wants to know what happened to your wrist.
So this is normal for me.
Hi,
I
Jug.
overwork my wrists a lot, and the drilling is really hard on them, and I bend my wrists a lot. So see how Kim's holding her phone?
Hi,
Just
Kathy.
raise your arms up, and they're kind of bent, like they'll be bent right there. It causes a lot of pain in my wrist. So if I'm answering or watching YouTube or watching shorts or whatever, I do a lot of stuff on my phone. My wrists start hurting a lot. So I have been trying to be real diligent on, if I'm not actually working, to have my braces on.
It does give you a lot of relief, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a lot. Hi, Jag, you made it. Kathy Hall, hello, how are you?
Woo.
Nancy's here, hi. Yes, so the full-size fridge is amazing. We're excited about it. We actually got the stove that we swapped out. I'm pretty sure we talked to you guys about that. We got it hooked up and running, so it works, and we can cook inside there now. So now we're pretty much completely detached from the RV.
Which is so funny because you just got it all hooked up, and I just went to make marinara sauce, and I used the stove.
And you went
in
inside?
The
That's funny.
So funny.
That is funny. And the dishwasher. So we haven't got to test the dishwasher yet, but I bought all the connectors to cap off all the lines and do the pressure test in the lines. And you know what I've decided I'm going to do, because people give me such a hard time, is I don't finish projects. It's fine. So we're going to we work all day long, you guys. So basically we start at 5 a.m. We're going to be on the mill from 5 to 10, and then we take an afternoon break. And then at 1:30, the area where the solar shed is finally in the shade, so we can work on the solar shed because it's in the shade. Even if it's really hot, it's still nice. And then we'll kind of bounce between that and finishing the outhouse. And
Hi, Priscilla.
sometime during the week, I'll be working inside on the shipping container, finishing things, and then we'll show you that once like a big part of the kitchen's done. We'll show you that, and that'll give us opportunities to take actual physical breaks. You know, like maybe take a week off when we're not doing anything, but we have videos to put out. So,
hi, Darlene.
We really do bounce around all day long, and we pretty much work all day long, and we do take naps in the afternoon, but we also edit. And we edit at night, and we edit super early in the morning, and yeah, so we bounce around a lot, and we try to get a lot done. But usually our bouncing around is based on where is the sun and where is it cool.
KJ said that was a spy plane coming to check out your live. Darlene said, I have a CT and had to wear my wristbands while working with my hands. Since I've had the surgery, I don't have to use them. Rarely I get them out.
Oh, nice.
Other channels are threatened. Yeah, I said that.
Oh, I didn't even hear you.
She doesn't listen to me.
Was I talking? Was I telling a story?
Other channels are threatened at Robin Fletcher.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as we get the lines tested, I'll be able to test the dishwasher, which will be awesome. And so the next big push is getting the kitchen sink all set up. So my question to you guys, since you guys are our ride and dies, on the videos with the shipping container, do you want to see, because like, so what I'm thinking, I can either finish sections of the kitchen and then show you, oh look here, this section's like, so for instance, the kitchen, the sink and the dishwasher hooked up, and the stove, like once that little end or that side, and then we've got the refrigerator and the whole pantry areas and the coffee machine, and then we've got I guess the stove side and the uppers and the lowers. Like I can show you sections and just randomly pop in and be like, hey, we did this. I wish our live worked, like our phone worked really well inside there and we could show you on a live. Or like, okay, this is all finished. Let me show you. So the one thing that we do have a sponsor for our paint. Benjamin Moore is a real big supporter of our channel. And so we're going to be, he's sponsoring the paint for the cabinets. So I'm pretty sure that that's once all the cabinets are done, then we're going to be painting all of the cabinets. So, that's where I'm kind of like, should we just finish the whole thing and then paint them and then show them? Or should we do sections, not show it painted, and just show the
I would say
base?
sections, and then I would say painted at the end.
Yeah, wouldn't that be pretty?
Lauren says, hi, sorry, had my union meeting.
Oh, hi,
I'm
Lauren.
glad to have you. Robin, I love to watch you doing it and falling down. It's like an action movie. Michael says, greetings from Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Okay.
KJ bought a special mouse to help with her carpal tunnel. I had to try a few to find one that worked for me. I did as well. It helped a lot. Robin, well, I can pizza sauce and it's going to my grandbaby, so I am happy.
Oh, nice.
Pizza sauce canning would be fun. I love that.
That would be fun. I do like making. We have the powdered tomatoes sauce, powdered tomatoes, and so we just make it on demand.
Yeah, it's like freeze dried tomatoes that are
Yeah, and
like powder.
And so you could literally make a tomato. So if we buy store bought like spaghetti sauce or whatever, we add that to it to thicken it up and make it really good. But you can make like a paste or a soup or
that's like a different element to the flavor. It's
really,
a much fresher
really does
flavor.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi, Wade. Kelly's back. Kelly also found us. She went shopping for us and put us on video chat and found the one thing that we don't have at the thrift store, which is our oven vent. So we got that now.
Robin, we do not have a freeze dryer. It is on our wish list.
It is on our wish list.
We really want one, but they're super expensive.
We'll eventually have one. Darla has one, and it's amazing. Like it's amazing. Yeah,
it is.
I definitely want one. But we are gonna do some canning. I'm gonna make some jam out of the huckleberries that we got picked.
She's gonna teach me how to do it because I've never done it, never seen it.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I'm a jam making fool.
And I may just videotape it and share it because it's new to me. So it's a new thing with country life.
Yeah.
So
there's a bunny over there.
Diane Amaral, hello ladies. I don't know if I caught you earlier, so I'll say it now.
Is it cold there? It's been cool. So it's been in the 60s today. It's been cool the last 2 days. Yeah. We got rain. We got a lot of rain. Have a happy, happy garden.
Yeah.
Bradley wants to know why everyone hasn't hit the thumbs up yet. Thanks, Bradley.
Yeah, Bradley. I want to know that too. Are we not being...
But we're going to bounce back up into the 90s, 80s and the 90s. So we're basically, this was a little cold front. And then we go back up into the 80s and we have a few days that are in the 90s.
Yeah.
The 90s are miserable.
They're terrible, especially when we don't have air conditioning. You try to sleep and it really is miserable.
It's hot. And we don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to go anywhere because of the dogs. Because I don't leave the dogs out when we're not here. So, and I don't want to pin them up when we're gone. So
Robin says that's perfect weather for canning.
Yeah.
Priscilla says you've inspired her so much that she has stevia planted now. So much stevia planted.
That's exciting. I just dried some, and so I'm real excited to start using it.
Hey, Anna.
KJ, wait, is that a Seahawks chair? I take it back. Of course, the Browns will only win anything when the entire universe goes to absolute zero and everything freezes. They are Seahawks chairs.
They're super comfortable.
And I do have to say, because I lived in Washington for, I don't know, like 7 years. I like the Seahawks a lot out of probably all of them. I haven't watched here since I moved though, but I quit watching professional football just because they get in trouble and then they don't actually get in trouble. So I don't support it.
Yeah.
But these are very comfortable chairs.
I think it's so funny. Everybody's like, "Oh, Seahawks shares."
And then Kelly also loaned us the outside. She has an outside propane cook thing, so that we can outside. So
That'll
that's
be
really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Diane, bless you. She said freeze dryer is on her wish list. Also, she loves all the hard work you've done on the homestead.
Oh, thank you.
Bless you. A lot of people get frustrated because we bounce around so much, but
Yeah.
we have to when you need to go to Home Depot again for something because you're
Right.
missing something and you're like, no, I'm not going right now. So you switch over to
Yeah,
a different project,
exactly.
or it gets to be full sun and it gets to be too hot to work there. So you switch over to a different project.
Right.
So
Well, and we've kind of hit a standstill where we have to go through the tool shed now because my chop saw, my table saw, the inverter for the solar stuff, it's all in there. So now we have to uh
it's all the things we need to finish
right,
the outhouse or to
Right.
finish the solar stuff.
right. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to have to bounce to that. And so it just I don't know, everybody that I've ever known that's done a homestead. Let's just not even to talk about building because I'm sure other building channels just build one thing and they that's all they do and then they finish that thing and that's great. I mean, yay for them. And I think it's awesome and it's fun to watch and all those things. But I have maybe it's just my personality. I don't know, but everybody that I've known that's been on an actual homestead, you're running around putting out fires is what you're doing. So when something becomes the most important, everything you have 10 things on your list and they are all of exact the same importance. um but then you've got to and you get something to a point where it can actually affect your homestead and make an improvement, and then you're running to something else to try to make that an improvement, and you just add on to it. So each year you add on to those things and you make them better and better. Like last year we did a lot in the garden, which my son thought was a total waste of time and was mad at me for wasting time. But
Hi,
this
Susan.
year we've gotten to add on to that and it's made the whole gardening thing better.
Yeah.
And then next year the whole gardening
This
thing
year-
will be even better.
It kind of just came, all
Yeah.
came together without us even, we were
Yeah.
not planning on doing much.
Yeah.
And we just got free stuff and it worked out great.
Yep.
So we got a couple things. Let's see. KJ says, I'm a huge college ball fan. Most people from Central Ohio are college town. My hometown, Boise, Idaho, has
Yeah.
the Boise team, which was big. Anna loves her freeze dryer. It's definitely expensive though. Darlene says, Brooke from Cog Hill says that you can put the freeze dryer on layaway and pay until it's paid for.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would be cool. Robin's like, bouncing's what we do. It will get done. I'm sure she meant done. How is the new building a tool shed? Wade wants to know.
So the new building that we're over here, it's a solar shed. It's to put our batteries and all of the solar components in. This is a temporary spot for the solar because we're clearing the area where that's all going to end up being. But we wanted to get it up because we wanted to stop buying gas to run to the generator to charge the Blue Eddy. So at least we can charge the Blue Eddy, and we run everything off of the Blue Eddy in the house.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
That thing's a life changer.
Life changer. So at least this way we can get it set up and get it in there. Eventually, it's just going to be a small garden shed that holds rakes, shovels, gloves, maybe a few pots, that kind of thing. Not a huge amount of, nothing big, but the small stuff that you need while you're in there. So in the garden. So that's what it will eventually be. So one side of it will actually, I'll hang rakes and shovels and those things will be in there. And then on the other side will be all the solar stuff. It is an insulated building. We've been insulating it. We're quite a bit farther than what you guys saw in Monday's video on it. And so we've insulated it. It's, got what, like R38 in there. Like it's very insulated. The floor is insulated. The roof is going to be insulated. The whole thing's going to be insulated. I'm actually going to be building insulated doors because we want that insulated because the batteries are in there. And it was a lot of comment that I got was that the batteries were going to freeze. So, and we're also planning on having a small heater in there, propane heater. So that will stay warm in the wintertime. I'm not worried about it at all. So,
Anna says bouncing is the only way she gets things done as well.
Same.
Alita loves the videos, loves your work.
Thank you.
KJ, I suspect many channels save footage and compile it, and that is fine. Whatever works is fine.
You know, that was our plan for this year because we got so much flack for bouncing. And you don't finish. In fact, I even had someone on this last channel, on this last video say, well, since you never finish projects, you better finish this one. Like,
and some of the, you know, even something that we don't talk about, you know, some of the other things is we're not going to always work on stuff in the shipping container because we need content through the winter too.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's stuff we can work on down the road.
Yeah.
So try to get as much done outside as we can while we can be outside.
Yeah, like for instance, we want to get the kitchen done because of canning season, and we do plan on going to farmers markets and buying things a little bit more in bulk and then being able to can them and do, because Kim wants to learn too, and I miss canning, and we both love cooking, so it's like a big thing for us. And you know, we are we're picking things like the St. John's wort, and we're all that stuff and drying those things out, and the mullein, and we're drying those things out, you know. And then Kim's going to continue to make videos on that, what you do, you know, the after effect. But because we haven't been doing this for a year, we don't have, like, we didn't do it last year at all. We're making time to do those things because those were things that we missed having in the winter time, because we didn't last winter we didn't have any of that stuff stored. So we're definitely taking time to do those things, and we are compiling different videos, and we're trying to do that kind of stuff. But it's really hard. And we love it. Yeah. We love it, but we are, reality check is we are 50, and we are tired, and you know,
get that hormonal lag.
Yeah, but I mean, but we're doing it, and I think the thing that showing that you can do this. So I'm on a women's homesteading chat group, and it just breaks my heart how many ladies are like, I'm exhausted, I hurt, I'm tired, my husband won't, or he left. There's a whole lot of those. Yeah. There's more than those, then it's just really, really sad. And they're like, I can't do this alone. And you can do it. It's going to be slower. And I think that's probably where I get the most frustrated is I'm not 30. And when I was 30, I could work 12, 16-hour days, no problem. Like, had that stamina and could do it. And now I can't. And I get very, very frustrated with myself. And I have to just be like, be kind to myself and be kind to us and realize how much we are getting done. And so that's pretty exciting.
And I have a question.
Yep.
If you have neighboring hunting land and the new owners put up trail cams pointed at your property for no apparent reason, what would you do, if anything?
Spray paint them. I legitimately would. I mean, legally they can, or I would put up like.
She's like, I'm not always dressed appropriately when
I'm not either. I'm out here in my pajamas.
Same.
There is so many things that I'm like, I just want to get this done, and I have to go inside and get dressed.
You should have seen us today.
It was funny.
I cannot believe I'm walking around like this.
It's a good thing nobody saw us today. Full on PJs outside. I don't know. I think that is a really good thing. I don't know why it would be pointed towards my house. I would probably go turn it. I would turn it. I would give the benefit of the doubt, and I would turn it. But if it got turned back to my house, I guess I would do things that I probably couldn't say on here because it's live and it would be illegal.
Nancy says, that's what I like about you. I like watching you bounce around, and you do get things done in your time.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you.
KJ says, I have security cameras that unintentionally point at others' properties. I never look at them unless I need to. I have better things to do than see through footage. I did help a neighbor catch a crime to their property, so there is value to it. KJ says
The what? I missed.
the security cameras,
Oh, yeah.
the game cameras. Sorry, game cameras.
Yes. I was reading where KJ said my brain is fried. You said pots in the shed, and for a minute I had to wonder why there would be cooking pots in a shed. I'm way up there, so I think.
Lauren said 50 is spelled 25.
Oh, thanks.
Wade says he's 54 and he runs into people who he thinks he's in his late 30s to 40s.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Don't compare being single to married. I wasted time doing that. At least you aren't waiting on a man. Alicia's here.
Hi, Alicia.
Hi, Alicia.
I mean, I have done that. It's because I don't want a man bash, but, and I don't even want to say but, because that doesn't mean I'm in a man bash, but I was in, and I did it again. I was in a relationship with someone, and we had an agreement. So I had bought property, and I had flat out told him, I'm moving up there. If you don't want to, that's totally fine. If you don't want to be part of this journey, that's totally fine. I need to be in the country. That my soul does very well in the country. It is my life. That's where I like to be. And we had dated, I don't know, by that time, probably a couple years. And then, so I bought this foreclosure property, and it was a hot mess. Like, it needed a ton of work, but I mean, you guys know us, like, I don't mind having work. So we moved up there, and he was like, yeah, it'll be great. It'll be wonderful. Well, 3 years in, he never did anything that he said he was going to do. And then would get mad at me when I would just start doing something. And so, of course, that relationship ended. And then when he was no longer there, I started getting everything done and just getting all the stuff done, and then ended up selling it, made a very good profit off of it, and moved over here. I do believe that, so Kim and I have kind of talked about this, because we do believe God has husbands for us, and we're like, they better be BFFs. But how much fun would it be if, like, they were over there building and we got to just do this stuff over here? It would be fun. We'd get a lot done. It'd be a good time. But it definitely takes a personality. And Hi, Bradley. And is tenacity the word?
Mm-hmm, tenacity.
For somebody to live this lifestyle, especially with where we are right now.
It is tough. It is a mess at times, and at times we do feel a little embarrassed if we have people over, because it looks kind of redneck.
Yeah. Every now and then we'll pull up, and I'm like, oh Lord.
But
it so really redneck right now.
We know that there is an end to this. That this is just a stepping stone. It's kind of like when you go and you organize your house, and in order to do that, it becomes this giant disaster. And then all as things start falling into place, then it becomes this beautiful, tranquil thing, right? So that's what's happening here.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, so once the barn's done, the barn will store the stuff that's sitting out and that doesn't have anywhere to go. Yeah. So, and I call it a barn. We haven't
gotten the tool shed yet.
Yes.
There's nowhere for it to go.
Well, and there's no point. Yeah. Because there's nowhere. What we're going to end up doing now is pull everything out, and then we're going to have to tarp it. So we're going to have to pull the tarp off during good weather days so that we can get into it and get the things that we need. And then on bad weather, we're going to have to pull the tarp over, which is what we do now with all of our stuff. So it's like, oh, it's going to rain, and we run around and we get everything tarped, and we get so it's a pain. Yeah. But we're really focusing this season on touching things the least amount, if that makes sense. Like, we don't want to move things around, and but we are doing quite a bit of cleanup. The RV is going to go up for sale. We are now that we can cook and we have a refrigerator in the shipping container.
So if you're looking to buy, let us know.
Exactly.
Email Heather.
So we're going to pull it out. It's going to get detached, and we're going to pull it out. And so then we're going to just hardcore start working on it, clean it up, repaint it, fix anything in it that needs to be fixed, and then sell it. And, so that's going to get that mess out of the way. And then the walkthrough will be taken down. And so we'll get to work on a deck, and we'll get, but
Diane
a lot.
says, "Oh, to be young again. At 20, I worked 3 jobs with friends. Now we're lucky we can walk up a flight of stairs at 55."
Right?
KJ says, "Single equals doing what you want, when you want, and how you want."
That's true.
Let's see. Anna says, "That's what I did, Heather. I said, I'm doing this. Come if you want, but stop playing around."
Yeah. Yep.
Wade says, "Heather, you did the right thing you have to do. Just like I moved to Montana. My wife did not want to go, so she did not, and that is that." Anna says, "But when he visits, this is the most beautiful place in the world, blah, blah, blah. I'll talk, no action. I'm doing this alone."
Yeah.
But you have a fridge now. We do. We're so
Exactly.
happy.
We are so
We're
happy.
moving up in the world to have a fridge and a shower. Like, that is like, I mean, like, really the best thing ever.
I was so excited. I was like, I want to go to the grocery store and like buy the things to fill the fridge. And
like, we can actually put things in the freezer now.
I was okay. So I'm like, you know what we can do? We can buy all the things for salads, chop them all up and put them in the jars so they're already ready to just pour onto the plate and eat.
Because that's the hardest thing on
yes.
our hot days where we're working so hard. We just want to come in and have something cold and easy to make and already ready.
It's so fun because we're both tired. Like it, you know. But yeah, so it was so funny because I'm just like giddy over the big fridge. Your mom says, "Since I've been watching your channel when Kimberly moved there, you have accomplished so much." Thank you, Joe. We have felt that this year.
Yeah.
This year we have felt like, wow, we've gotten.
Diane says we're getting blurry.
Are we getting blurry?
Sorry, guys.
I know we're getting the sun is getting ready to hit us. We may have to shift. Bud and Richard are dinner bound. I don't think Richard is. Bud definitely is.
Speaking of which, well, not really speaking of which, but somebody's getting a girlfriend.
Yeah, Friday.
Not us.
Not Richard.
Not Richard.
Not Bud.
So that means somebody's going back to being a Don Juan instead of a Donald.
No, I call him Donald. I'm sticking with Donald. I might name her Ivanka.
So funny.
But now we've got to, okay, so here's jumping again. So now I'm like, we got to get the pool set up. We got to get that area fenced over there because now we're going to have to put the ducks in there. Because we're getting a duck. So that now the 2 ducks can have the swimming pool because I didn't want to put Donald over there because I thought he would be super lonely all by himself. Yeah.
Bob says, "When I first started watching you putting the container level and on pilings, I thought you were going to die trying."
Yeah, we did too.
Vicky!
Hi, Vicky. You made it.
KJ says, "I'm glad the nice guy, well, duck, is getting ahead."
Anna, Donald is the duck. Donald the duck.
Yeah, she was like, "Donald?" Richard's going to be even worse now.
I know.
He will be sad.
He is going to be sad. Maybe he'll go hang out over there with them. He won't. Chickens can swim. Like, I don't know if you guys knew that, but they can actually swim.
The funniest thing is, like, he has his days where he's so awesome. Like yesterday, he was eating out of my hand. It was great. Yeah. And then this morning, he was spicy and he was chasing me and just being a jerk.
It's real similar to Bob. Hey, I'm going to shift you guys.
Are you going to bounce to the other side of me?
I can, yeah.
Oh, you're getting far away.
Where? Tell me when to stop.
That's good. That is good. Let's see
if I can emotionally handle this.
We got Vicky the speed racer. That's what Bob calls her.
Oh, this is like now
you're on a ride.
Now I'm on a. Exactly.
You need a piece of stick or something to level it. Move to your left. What do you mean, Bob?
Confused.
Yeah. Justin, come here, boy.
Now Heather is taller again. I'm not taller again. It's sort of weird. Justin, come hit by here, boy. That's another thing that I definitely. So once the RV is moved.
Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. I want to do a dog yard where it's all the way around so that the dogs can actually come up here. We're gonna have to do something though, because I don't want them barking non-stop at my rabbit nuggets, and so I don't know if we have to
KJ's like, it's not perfectly centered, but I guess it's fine. Robin's like, it's slanted.
That's so funny. How's that? Is that better? No, now it's more that way.
Rabbit nuggets. Mom says better.
There we go.
Except for you guys get to see my rude belly now.
It is rude.
There, I'll do that.
I heard Vermont is getting flooded. That is just so awful. So sad. Yeah, hit the like button. Bucking.
Bucking? Hit the light bucking.
Okay, have you guys heard the Buck and Mare song? Have you heard it?
No.
It's hilarious.
No.
I'm going to have her listen to it, but everybody go.
She's like, oh, it was the camera. Yeah. Hold on. It's still a little functified.
Is it?
Earthquake. Kimmy.
There.
Better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vermont is losing crane bridges from flooding. Oh my goodness. Prayers definitely for those in Vermont.
I'm surprised Goldjaw Farm hasn't done a video on it yet.
Well, no,
He's
because
in Vermont, isn't he?
yeah, no, but he did post. Someone asked about him, and he posted on our YouTube thing.
Oh, that's why they said, "Are you guys good?"
Yes.
These two guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he said that they weren't bad, but that they were helping neighbors get, because neighborhood property had been flooded.
Oh,
So-
Diane, thank you. She said, "Love you guys."
Oh, thanks, Diane.
That's too bad. Only 23 have hit the like. You guys don't like us?
They hit it on the way out. It's cool. I get you.
That's terrible.
What do you guys think of the new intro? Richard likes it.
Yeah.
He's screaming because there's a bunny rabbit near him. He's like looking at it and crowing at it. Bob, they have all blocked me. Have me blocked? Who has you blocked?
Well, if you're gonna be spicy like you were yesterday, I can.
Robin. No, that's
understand.
Robin.
Oh, Robin.
You love Vicky loves the new intro. Haven't seen the new intro yet. Anna, there's a new intro. Yeah, it was fun doing that. Getting that put up. I don't have any pictures of the shipping container in that though. Any video footage in there, so I may switch it around. Who has you blocked? No one has. Well, I'm sure people have me blocked. Hey, for those of you that are not to toot my own horn, but I'm totally my own horn right
Sil,
now.
give us a Home Depot
Oh,
fund.
thank you, Sue.
Thanks, Sil. You're the best.
Not to. Oh, Leonora says you girls are hilarious. I love you both.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. So, not to toot my own horn, but I'm going to. Today I have 8 years of sobriety, so we do.
So it's her
recover.
birthday.
It's my unbelly button birthday, is what
It
it's
is her
called.
birthday. Did you ever get the drone out of the tree? No.
No,
Nope, but we
never
have two
did.
more
That
drones.
was forever ago.
I wonder if Victor will find it.
We should
while he's
tell
down
him.
there. It's
We
so
should
good to
tell
see you,
him.
Sil.
Yeah, thanks, Sil.
When are you coming on a trip up here to say hi?
Heck yeah. We got a camping spot for you and everything.
Bring us more garlic. Just kidding. Lauren, yay, Heather.
Happy 8 years.
Yay for sobriety.
Oh, I gotta go get my.
I get out.
Open it now. Katie just reminded me.
Well, she went running. Good job, Robin. Robin just got her 10.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's fantastic. Sil. We love garlic. She didn't forget. We keep looking at it every single day. We're like,
I know, and now
it falls. So the funny thing, okay, so as we're going up the hill, I stop, I put it in 4-wheel, and I'm like, okay, are you ready? And she braces herself. She holds the handle, and she holds onto the stuff because the card falls into her lap every time we go up the hill. So every day we come up the hill, she sees it.
I stuck it underneath everything so it would quit falling on my lap. Then I couldn't find it and I panicked.
Diane says, that's amazing. Congrats. Always toot your own horn. 8 years. After all the Pandora stuff last week.
I get to see my card. Do you care if I share it with everybody, KJ?
Best thing would be if the card and the keys were locked in the truck.
No, it wouldn't. Who said that?
Bob. Vicky. Today is her birthday. Did you sing to her? It's not that kind of birthday. It's her sobriety birthday.
Thank you, KJ. I love this. Look, it's custom.
Oh, love that.
Look at that, you guys. Is it backwards?
Hi, Simpers, Mom.
It looks backwards.
Oh, Syl's been a member for 15 months.
Dang.
Congrats. Thank you, everyone, but it was God, Robin says.
True story. True story. So my very first sponsor texted me this morning. She's like, don't you have a birthday today? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, that's
She
cool.
remembered, but her best friend did not.
Even though we've talked about it, it's okay. There's a lot of times that I get really like, I don't want to girl because it's what I should have been doing from the beginning. But man, when you get caught in that and you're trying to fill that big giant hole, that God-sized hole in your, chest with other things, sometimes it's difficult to get back on track. That's why Syl's our favorite, because he's been here for 15 months.
And he's actually met me in person.
That's true.
Or I've met him in person.
That's true. Kelly's for 1 year and 7 months. It is a big deal, and I'm so grateful for everybody that's been a part of this journey with me, because I was a complete mess. I mean, my bottom came with a hardcore broken heart from the person that didn't want to farm with me, and I was a mess, and I didn't even want to be around me.
But her best friend took off the end of that with her in style.
Yeah,
like
we did.
We had a celebratory night out, and then the next day it was like,
I'm done.
She's like, I'm done.
I'm done with this. Yeah.
Lenora says, congrats on the sobriety, but how do you power your fridge?
Thank you. We have a Blue Eddy.
She didn't say it that way. She had to.
We were blessed to have Blue Eddy sponsor us and send us AP 2000 AC 2000, which is on sale right now for $1,100. It's on sale.
And the neat thing about it is really the fridge doesn't take much power.
It really doesn't. I'm shocked that it doesn't.
The fan.
So the tiny fridge and the big fridge together only took it was like 60
watts.
No, 86 watts.
But then the fan pulls how much? Was it 250 or something?
Yeah.
It was insane.
Now that was with the refrigerator on there too.
Yeah, but the fan pulls a lot.
Because we have 2 box fans and they pull a lot. It's crazy. So basically we have the Blue Eddy, which that was the push to get our solar up so that we can be charging that, because we run everything off of that right now. But we charge with a generator right now until the panels are all hooked up.
Nancy's made it 38 years.
Nancy.
And it's still one day at a time.
It totally is.
Oh, girl.
Nancy, that's amazing.
That is amazing. Sil says, you two have helped me so much. Aww.
Don't make us cry.
Love you, Sil.
We do love you, Sil. We do.
You're like our sweet little brother.
Oh, Bob says, Heather, I do not believe you were ever a mess. You were always a strong soul that needed guidance. Ask Kimmy. I was hard to be around. Like, it was hard. I have, in fact, I had some people that were like, has nobody ever broken up with you? And I'm like, yes. They have. But that one just it just crushed me. It was just like, it was just crushing.
Vicky says, I hope you don't mind, but I shared your 8-year anniversary at prayer meeting tonight. We praise Jesus for you.
Thank you.
Aw,
Dang it, that one's gonna make me cry. Me too. You guys are amazing.
Me too. That is amazing.
Let's see.
KJ, both of you have helped so much after the 3 hardest years of my life. I'm finally getting my footing and have made the changes I need to be happy. And you showed that was possible. You guys are gonna make us cry for real. Stop it. Bless you, honey.
You know the thing, so I'm going to tell you, when I decided to YouTube, I really struggled with it because I know. Because because it's, you know, you're putting yourself out there and you're like, I'm not thin and young and cute like I used to be, and you know, and I respect myself now, so I'm not going to show my goods. And
there is that.
There was a time that I would have had those bikinis on, sawmilling like the other ladies, but now not so much. But the whole thing, I had so my property in Washington, I had some friends that were like, you have to YouTube. You just I re-roofed the house over there and to sell it, so I like re-roofed it, and I sided the garage and like did all these things, and they were like, you have to YouTube because you just like do things, you don't know how to do them, but you just do them, and it's so inspiring. And that was the point. And the biggest blessing out of all of this is, we talk about this a lot actually, is you guys have truly become really good friends and like family to us, and we just love you so much. And Kim's gonna be a sobbing mess.
I'm so sensitive.
So it's such a blessing.
Yeah. Sunglasses time. Yes. Yeah.
Who's chopping onions? Exactly.
You know, it's so funny because, you know, Heather makes a really good point. When I first came, I did not want to be on camera at all. Like, I was fine with doing the filming, but I really didn't want to be on. Well,
in fact, that was one of our agreements, because she was like, I don't want to be on film. I'm like, but I said, you're holding the camera. If you're on the camera, it's because you put yourself there. Like, you're in charge of that. You can decide if you want to be on or not. And so for really, I mean, it was quite a while.
I had a long time before and I still have my problems with not feeling quite comfortable in front of the camera, and it's so funny, the camera turns on and you totally forget what you want to say. You're like, and there's a lot of ums and buts, but it's one of those things that you really have to go out of your comfort zone to do this. But it's so rewarding.
It's so rewarding.
I mean, like, we have made the best friends, really. You guys are so amazing. We feel blessed every day.
Oh, Simper's mom, thank you. Okay, Simper's mom, you told us your name, but it's been a while. And
I know this.
It's not Janice.
No, it's I know.
Tell us again. Joyce. Is it Joyce? Oh, that's your mom.
That's my mom.
I'm not crying. It's just allergies.
Oh, it's not Sandra.
Patricia. Patricia. Thank you, Patricia. That's so sweet. Yeah, I was tearing up, Bob. I was tearing up last week when they were describing the recovery of the firefighters in the New Jersey ship fire, Brothers in Arms. I'm going to tell you, I can't really, I become a blubbering mess with stuff and soldiers coming home, forget it. I'm like, in fact, so my cousin took me once when her husband was, she wouldn't let me go again. When her husband was coming back from Iraq and we went to the airport, she's like, you want to go with me? Because it was like a 4-hour drive. I was like, yeah. She's like, but you can't cry. James said no crying, no emotional anything. And so we're standing in that lineup thing, and this first soldier that comes off, and I am sobbing a mess, like the whole, and I'm like, she's like, he comes out and he's like, makes eye contact with me, and I am sobbing, and he just walks right by. He's like, it's like, I am not even, and I was just, and they made me walk like really far away because I was like that. It's a hot mess. It was so funny, but I was just like, it's just crazy.
Priscilla loves being in front of the camera. That's awesome. I wish I was that comfortable. I'm still not. I'm getting better.
I'm gonna tell you. So there are days that I'm editing and I'm like, ugh, how am I so chubby? Like, what is going on with this? That's so rude. But I don't care anymore. I really don't.
Actually, I don't know if you do this, but I just chuckle at myself when I'm editing and some of the faces I make, and I'm like, really? And or little things you do that you don't realize that you do, and you're like, I can't believe I do that.
And I remember when I first started editing, I would pick myself apart, and I would be like, Heather, don't do that. Quit doing that. Quit doing that thing. Now I could just care less. Now I'm just like, let's get this thing done.
We got Joan on here. Joan, hi ladies, you're really getting it on these days. Ooh. Things are looking good. You're emotional like me.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Patricia said, Heather just told me to go on camera. Don't worry about what you look like, and that was the best way. It's so true because I really was very hard on myself in the beginning, but I had what's her bucket from Holler Homestead. She said that she just did 90 videos in 90 days, and she videoed herself doing everything that she was doing. It didn't matter what it was, and she edited it, but she didn't put it out.
Yep.
But by the end of the 90 days, she was totally comfortable, and that was like real.
Lenora says, never forget that God holds our hand and takes care of us. I feel so blessed.
That's very true.
Amen, girl.
KJ says, when I was in Guam, we would... No. Okay. I was like, wait, I'm not reading that. Guam would be the first time they were back on American Soldier. That was a tearjerker. Yeah, that would be a hard one. When my grandpa passed away, he was a World War II veteran, and the motorcycle group showed up, and we rode, and they were like, do you want to ride? Because I rode my bike up to Illinois for the funeral. And so they like put me in front, and they had this, big thing of World War II veteran, and people pulled over and stood up and saluted, and I was a sobbing mess. And I'm like, I should not be riding this motorcycle. Yeah. Like, this is not good.
Bob says he can't watch military caskets coming off the flights or the military dogs laying on the side of the casket.
Yeah. Nope.
What?
Anna says, I don't mind the camera. It's the editing and having to put it on appropriate tire. That's awful. I'm in my pajamas a lot.
Today I was wearing really short shorts, and I'm like, I'm really glad we're not filming. I'm like, I have a sweatshirt, short shorts, and then my boots.
I was so proud of her. It was a real country girl outfit.
She's like, you look like a real country girl. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go empty water out of the truck.
Jag, God has guided me through a lot, and that's so true.
Diane, you both look great. I don't like being in pictures. I've gotten better at that.
I've gotten better
since being on film.
Nancy found Backyard Homesteader, and she's doing good too. When is the next farm to table video? I have it. I just need to edit it and put it out. It should have went out today. It'll probably go out on Thursday. We need to get our satellite set up, our Starlink, and that way I can get things. That's the hard part. Okay, so that's the hard part. I have footage. I have lots of footage. We're just so busy that taking that, because it's 2 hours to edit
for her. For me, it's more. But some of that's my computer and my phone. And
yeah, your computer stalls you out a lot.
Converting things. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah.
With your story, sorry.
So, we're just so busy. Like today I was telling her, dang, I wish I would have gotten those edited so that we could get over to the library before they close and get them uploaded. Because tomorrow we're on the sawmill from 5 to 10. Then we'll break. So we'll then go to the library and upload. And then we'll get back and we'll probably take a nap and rest, and then we'll get on to the solar shed. And when it gets too hot over there, or it's pretty much in the shade, I'm hoping we can get it finished. Sparky,
really far. Sparky 1978 has a question for you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are your plans for keeping the batteries warm in the winter for charging?
So the whole shed is insulated. The floor is insulated. We've got, I mean, I guess I would say it's probably R20 because we did tear that in half. It was R38, and we so in the walls and the roof is all the whole building's going to be insulated. In fact, I'm building an insulated door, so that the door is even insulated, and then we're probably going to put a little buddy. It's a propane heater that can go in there. Um,
Well, and batteries put off a lot of heat, so we may not even need that.
Well, these will be in a container and they have to be vented out. So this particular battery, but it may, I mean, we're going to monitor it. I'm going to have the thing on it, but we'll either have a propane heater in there or a light that heats it, keeps it warm, like those big lights, but they do pull a lot
Yeah.
of power, but definitely, we are going to monitor the temperature on the inside. And
Night, Nancy.
good night, Nancy. So, but you in the next video, you'll see that we're insulating the walls and all that kind of stuff. We've got two of the walls up. Now we've got the door ends to do. One, what I'm not going to put the door in yet. I'm just going to do a solid wall on it and then insulate it. And then we have the other side that's going to have the insulated door.
Did you guys like all the holes in the insulation? You know where that came from? Yeah. We see, obviously, we recycle because we use the pieces that we could off that insulation.
Yep.
And the holy part I cut off, pulled off. But hi, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Let's see. My off-grid system's biggest downfall is my batteries get too cold to take a charge. Oh, that's frustrating. Are you in an insulated building, or have you insulated your shed? I really wanted to put them in what is our cabin, but we've decided that we really need something for storage that's close by. So Kira's cabin is going to be turned into, we're going to have the washing machine in there, and then we're going to have our storage from like Costco runs. Separate solar panel for small heater. I could put a separate. The big thing in the winter here, though, is that's why we're doing the wind turbine, because we get a lot of wind, but we have a lot of really gray skies.
Not much sun.
Yeah. So there is a possibility that by the Blue Eddy will be freed up and we could run a heat lamp in there on the Blue Eddy, charge the Blue Eddy, either with a generator or whatever, but we're hoping to get completely off the generator.
Good night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.
Like a pantry?
No, mainly for bulk storage, because Costco is like 40 minutes from here, and in the winter time I would say that we're probably going to stock and have like enough toilet paper for all winter, enough of the paper products,
KJ just said.
all of that kind of
Kira's
stuff.
cabin equals washer, dryer, and teepee from Costco.
Yes,
Got it.
exactly. Those kinds of things. And then we also have some freeze dried stuff that we'll probably put out there because it can get cold. That's not a big deal. The canned goods will be inside when we can, and so that kind of stuff. But it is small in there, and as we're adding things like the refrigerator and the stove and the dishwasher, you're realizing how small that kitchen's going to be, a one person aisleway kind of thing.
The thing I started thinking about was this winter when we're like doing walls and stuff, we're gonna have to shift like the bedroom from one side of the room to the other.
Well, probably what'll happen is like
there's nowhere else to put it.
Right. We'll probably be like, you're in the living room while we finish the bedroom, and then you get moved back in there, and then I'm in the living room while we finish upstairs.
Yeah.
And then I get to move back in there. That's probably what's going to happen, because we'll be finishing the winter time. Will be probably mostly organizing, getting the bedrooms. Like we want raised beds with shelves and drawers under the beds. And then all upstairs, we've got all of the shiplap that we'll be doing. and that kind of stuff will be more this winter.
Sparky says you can always build a small insulated box large enough for the batteries. Think big foam cooler if it's a problem. That's kind of like what we saw the other day at the Habitat for Humanity. That
Yeah, we
weird
did.
thing.
Yeah, that was probably what it was.
I was like, I wonder what that is.
You can buy battery warmers like they use in Alaska.
We do have a whole bunch of toe warmers. Slumber party? What? I missed something. 2 fans in the living room blowing heat to both bedrooms.
So the box that I have for them is not insulated, but I'm probably going to put I think I'm going to get a 1/2 inch on each side of the box before I hit the walls. But I can put more of the pink foam around the outside of the box is kind of my thought. I do plan on pretty heavily insulated. If we have another winter this winter like we did last winter, we had a lot of teens and a lot of single digit days. Really not normal for up here. But we did get that. So I want to make sure that that's not a big issue. But I do think with it's a 4 foot by 4 foot shed. So I think it'll be really easy to insulate, to heat. And I know that lamp that we had on yesterday will keep that sucker at like 90 in there because it's hot. Takes a lot of power to run that one.
See, my biggest concern was, obviously we have to open the doors out. And I'm like, but we get so much snow at times. We got had 3 feet of snow. Or 4 foot.
We're going to have to shovel it or get a snow blower. There's really no. Yeah. Because one thing that we're going to also do for the goats. So we had to pin the goats inside the barn last year because the snow got so high they could just walk over the fence. Because half the fence was buried. So we're going to have to snow blow the inside of their pen so that they can't climb out. So we have to have a snowblower this year.
Yeah.
Not sure when you bought the solar and wind and what your taxes are, but there's a pretty big 30% of cost tax credit for that kind of thing. Yeah. They are not that expensive. Hearts. Slumber party in the living room, I meant. Anna. Yeah, what are the cost of those battery warmers? I may have to look into those. But I think it's going to take very little. I know the little buddy, we have a big buddy that we use in there when we're gone and we're not running the heater, the wood stove. The little buddy, 1 5-gallon propane tank lasted a month with that thing on low.
Yeah.
So that's $8. $8 to fill that, and that could keep it very warm. No worries. I would have no worries about that. Oh, it's not for off-grid people. It's only for the 30% off deal. What did you do about your stove? Did you get a gas cooktop stove? We did. So we were able to swap it out. It was
a lucky accident here.
Yes, it was a very lucky accident. But we were able to swap it out with somebody. We can't really tell who it is because they said not to. So we basically swapped that stove for a smaller one that's all gas, but it does have a convection oven that you can turn on or turn off, and it takes a regular plug.
And the funny thing is there was a thing on the front of it, handwritten, that said natural gas.
Yeah.
But when we were inspecting it, I noticed a sticker on the back that said that it was propane.
Converted to propane.
And I was like, Heather, it says it was converted to propane, but the front is saying natural gas. Yeah. And so we're like, well, let's hope. I
was like, well, we'll just try it out. We'll know by the color of the flame what it is, if it's gas or hooked up for propane or hooked up for gas. And so if it's not, then we'll just have to do the conversion, which I've been researching. Yeah. And then we turned it on, and it was like the most beautiful blue flame. It was great.
And that's probably the reason it was the blue flames, because you did all that research on how to convert it.
Exactly. I can go into business now.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. Taco salad for dinner tonight for Bob.
Oh.
Anna had hot dogs and pretzel buns with grilled corn, leftover carbs from Mom and Carlos's visit. Girl, are you going to feel terrible in the morning?
I want taco salad. That sounds so good.
It doesn't have to be checked out, Bob. If it's gas, when you hook up propane to it, your flame will be white. And if it's blue flame, then it's hooked up. It's the right orifices for propane.
Yep.
Bob, don't say orifice. Okay, so the video that I was watching, the guy said orifice like 700 times, and we just laughed through the whole thing.
We did. I was like,
we were like 12-year-old boys. Like,
why is he using that word? There's so many other words.
KJ had grilled chicken Caesar. I read that as grilled cheese and salad. Grilled chicken Caesar salad.
Yeah, that taco salad sounds great. Stupid. I don't want to run to town a third time. So.
Anna says she feels terrible and she's inflamed. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. Go put castor oil on your belly button. It works. It's for reals. I'm like, Kim, you have to do this.
I was like, here, let me
like,
hand you a
pass.
tinfoil hat.
Grilled cheese and salad would be good with really yummy kind of garlicky bread.
Know what I really
Sourdough
want?
bread.
If
What?
we're talking food,
Let's
man,
do it. Let's talk.
I really want like crab. I want crab and
Crab
the
would
cheddar
be good.
biscuits. I want to go Red Lobster or
yeah.
something like that.
But I shall not waste food. Girl, I have that same problem.
Crab boil. What? Castor oil?
Yeah, in your belly button, it gets rid of inflammation. Seriously, look it up.
Grilled cheese like croutons on a salad.
Mm.
Jag, pickled lettuce, celery, and peppers from my garden.
Yum.
Chef salad. Yeah, shredded pork salads for dinner. Okay, we got to tell you this funny story. Brenda said, "Don't be mad at me." But we went to Mexican food without you guys. And I was like, meh.
Dang.
How dare they have a life without us?
What? You went somewhere
They're
as
so
a family without us?
We love Brenda and Matt and Isaac. They're the best. Oh, Bob's out.
Bob's out.
Good night, everyone. It's 6:07. I'm past 6 minutes past. Bye, Bob.
Bye, Bob. Waiting on
the chat. We
waiting
talk
on
food.
story time. What story time? We're working on him
Because he stayed past. Yeah. Well, you know
that's
why he stayed
hilarious.
past? He's trying to make up for the time that he missed when he was on the other channel.
on the other channel.
Because, obviously,
I know, right?
Priorities.
Anna, date night without us? What is that about?
Right?
We literally, we were probably 5 minutes from their house when I was like, oh, we should ask Brenda if they want to go huckleberry picking with us since we're near them.
We were like 10 minutes away.
It was like 10 minutes. And she's like, oh, yeah, when? I'm like, now we'll be at your house.
And she's like, wait, on our property? Yep, we'll be there in a minute.
And then we had to drive up past the banjo playing in order to find.
Oh, story! There is a story
There's
time.
a story time.
We're gonna be late.
That's
Are you guys
fine.
okay with us staying late?
Yeah, it's
We have a story time to tell you. So we get to Matt and Brenda's house, and they caravan. They get behind us, right? And they're in their vehicle, and we're like, "Yeah, we just heard it's up this road. It's not that far." And we're driving, and it's getting sketchy.
It's getting sketchy.
It is getting so sketchy.
getting
And
sketchy.
I'm like, I am so glad that there is a pew handy on the way up
nearby.
Here. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is getting super sketchy. I'm pretty sure that these homes were some of.
Yeah. How do you say that? How do you say that?
They are definitely.
They have.
They like to have their own place.
They have the.
They're very independent.
Is that it? They have. There's a gang sign. On gang signs.
Let's just say that they're really particular on who they're friends with.
Oh yeah. That's a good way to say it.
They're very particular on who they're friends with, and so we're driving, and the road gets narrower and narrower, and we get to this one part, and somebody in a truck is coming our way,
Angry,
and we're coming this way, and I try to pull over as much as possible, and
but
he's
there's
like,
a cliff.
There's
like a cliff.
and he's like, I am not moving at all. I'm not going to even try to pull over a little bit so that we can get past you. And he was just like,
He was so angry.
stern, and I'm
He
like,
was like so
man,
angry.
if your hair could get any shorter. But we were like, man, this is getting super sketch. Like,
we're so glad there were men there that we
yeah,
knew.
we were
like,
glad it
maybe
wasn't
this
just
wasn't a good idea.
us. We were glad we invited people.
Yeah.
So, but then we get past that sketchy part of town, and we get up to the natural forest,
Mhm.
and oh man, it was so cool.
beautiful.
So beautiful. We finally find there's huckleberries everywhere.
Yeah,
It's like
it was a lot
we're
of
like,
fun.
wow, because it was, you know,
The gene pool was very shallow, Bob.
it was super sketch. So then we're driving home. We have our windows down because it's so beautiful outside, right? We're driving back, and we get to that certain area where you can just see there's like, I'm like rolling my window up.
Yeah, it's like as you get closer, you're like, lock the door.
like that's gonna protect me. Oh, but I was like,
if Cujo runs out at us, it'll be, at least that'll stop Cujo. It's crazy.
I was like, man, right now.
Yeah, it was very hood. So, and I'd probably already ticked them off, that particular group, once before, because my son had mentioned that, so my daughter-in-law's Navajo, but if you don't know, she looks Mexican. And it's really pretty funny because she was like, when they first started, she's like, you think I'm Mexican? And he's, yeah. And she's like, I'm not, I'm Navajo. But we went to Walmart in not up here, but down south. And this lady was like being hateful. And I came up on her, man, I bowed up on this woman, and I followed her all the way down.
She was the rooster.
I was the rooster. I bowed up on her. And I did not say nice words. I was not kind. I was a very bad cop.
Like, this is not okay.
And I was like, who the F and H do you think you are? Man, that was a close one. I was, and my daughter-in-law won't shop with me anymore because she's just like, they're very
shy.
passive, very shy. And she just like kept going, and I was all over that woman. So I probably already pissed him off.
Robin,
hello, Anita.
Robin, they were they said that there was a lot of drugs up in that area.
Yeah.
With that section of town, so to speak. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Hello from Pocatello. Susie's on.
Hi, Susie. You
Hi,
made
girl.
it. You made
I'm
it.
sad that you're not coming down, but I totally get it, girl.
Yes, totally. You're on a list in
Well, I guess
lipstick.
it's up.
Seriously, good
It's
on
up.
you though. Can't let that stuff slide. I'm like, no, that is not. It's completely unacceptable. I will fight somebody for my children, and she married my son, so she's my child now, and I can wear orange. It's fine. It's fine. Had one, sold it. Now everything is 45 except my 20.
No, you're not supposed to read those.
Oh.
He's gone. He's dead to
That's
us.
true.
He said he was going to bed.
Said he was out.
So I don't see any of his posts.
Robin Bob didn't leave.
I'm not even noticing that he's here.
Yeah. Orange or black and white stripes. Exactly.
Anna also is not so good at keeping her mouth shut. It's so funny because you guys are so different. Like Darcy and Heather
Yes.
and Anna
And Darla.
you are all the same. And
Yes.
I'm over here like I don't do confrontation. I'm very passive.
Yeah. Yeah, there was something on Facebook and I'm like, ooh, I'm responding. And Kim just laughs. She's like,
I'm like, go ahead. I did a heart on it. I did a care heart, and that's it. I walked away.
and I'm like, I'm saying
And she's
something.
like, nope. I'm voicing it.
I'm passionate.
I kill for my grand, so I'm a crazy Gigi. Robin, if I had grands, I probably would for sure.
Yeah. Okay, have you guys seen the thing where they ask
Hi, Lou.
city women, hi Lou. They ask city women, would you kill for your kids? And they're all like, no. And I'm watching this and I'm like fired up. I'm like, oh, from the South, let me tell you what. And then it flips over to Southern women. That's funny.
Darlene says, I'm quiet till you piss me off. My GF runs when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Heather,
Susie
I'm the
will
same
protect her
way.
kids, family, and even strangers if need.
I'm the same.
Heather, oh, Robin, your kids are half Mexican.
Aww.
Cute.
My niece is half Mexican. And she's disappeared, and we don't know where she is. She is struggling with her demons, and she has disappeared. Yeah.
Susie, orange is my favorite color too. I like melon or teal.
But if you become a trustee, you get to wear white, so it doesn't matter. When you're in there, and then you become a trustee, and then you get to like cook for people.
I feel left out. You know I would go crazy on someone if they messed with my kids.
Yep.
I would say Kelly's a lot like Darla and Darcy and Heather and Anna. Why am I the odd one? Like, why am I so different than
Darlene, it is really hard, and I do try very hard not to, but she's so passive and won't say anything, and I know how much it hurt her heart. And my grandsons were there, and it was like, those babies, shh, settle down. Don't need that kind of hate coming at them.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's first people. She was here first, and that's what I told that woman. I was like, you need to step back and readjust, because her people were here before your people.
Darlene says, my kids are grown, and I try not to fight their battles, but it's really hard.
That's what I was responding to.
Oh, okay. Lou says, I know I'm late, but did you talk about the wind turbine? How are you planning to tilt it down for maintenance?
So we're not, this is a temporary. So this is a temporary one. I really wanted a cute windmill, and we may end up putting like an ornamental something up on there. This is temporary. So it's actually, I don't know if it's high enough yet. We may have to even go up 10 more feet. But we're testing it. We're seeing how it goes. It does say in the manual that when you first put it up, it takes pretty strong winds to get it to spin, but then that loosens up a bit and it'll spin with less and less wind going. So eventually it will be on, actually KJ brought this to my attention, but they have these poles that go straight up, like however many feet you want them to go up, and then they have a T bottom that goes straight out, and then you anchor it all around, and then it's shifting. And then you can just tilt that down to work on it and tilt it back up to have it go. So that's eventually what's going to happen. And right now, this, I don't think we're gonna. It's so tilted.
Siri wants to help.
Siri wants in on it. So this particular one you can't. I'd have to climb up there on a ladder.
KJ had something interesting to say. Let me see if I can find it. And never mess with a country woman. They strangle chickens for dinner.
It's true. Yep. And let's see. Your green wire will limit your height, right? Yeah, so we were actually talking about that. So the wire that comes from the sheep are like, it is time to eat. The wiring that comes with it for the wind turbine is 29 feet long, and we're definitely going to have that longer, quite a bit longer, because it's eventually. So once we clear out the rest of the garden behind the garden area, then all those trees are coming down. So then that'll be moved halfway, and there'll be a big long fence line. The greenhouse will be on this side, and then they'll be on the north side. There'll be pasture for the animals. So that area will be fully cleared out. That's where it's going to end up going. So in order for it to get over here where the solar shed is going to end up being, or we're going to have to put the solar shed out there too, because you want your batteries as close to your panels as possible. So the panels will be on that fence line. The wind turbine will be, 30, 40 feet up in the air on that fence line. And that...
Richard, really, we're trying to talk.
So that area gets a lot of wind, but we're gonna have to do something about the wiring. So we're either gonna have to run the wire from there to over here, which takes a pretty big gauge wire, like a 6 gauge wire.
The goats are staring at us.
They're like, you promised us hay. All the animals are going crazy. They are upset. It's time to eat. We're like 19 minutes late on feeding them. They're screaming for the waitress, as so true. I know Kim will show up and I'm like, hey, lady. Hey, lady.
It's so funny because sometimes I just walk by like the rabbit pen and they'll just come running.
It's like an elephant stampede. I don't know how those little guys could sound so heavy.
They're so used to me feeding them all this wild lettuce, but the problem is we're out of wild lettuce now, except for the ones that are going to seed that I'm saving for that purpose.
Right, to let it go to seed.
Anyways.
Good. Happy to hear you have a plan. Sounds like a good one, too. Yeah, I was really excited when KJ sent me that. So if you guys ever come across stuff that you think I need to know, just email it to me because I do look at it. And I'd been looking for different setups for the wind turbine for a while, which is why we hadn't put it up because I was like, I don't know how to do this. Like, you know, how do you do this?
And
this
if she doesn't answer you right away, you might have said something to annoy her. So you may want to reword it and email her again.
Resend it. KJ, because we can farms. It's all because Richard, Heather, he is rallying the crowd, probably. Put Richard in front of the wind turbine, unlimited wind. Someone said, you're going to kill birds with that. And I was like, oh, snacks. Chicken nuggets.
We have something to feed to the dogs.
Yeah. It is exciting.
How rude of us to want to have power.
I know, right? Like,
so
what do you
selfish.
say? We did run into somebody in Goodwill, and he was like asking us questions about the wind turbine. Want to know how big it was and all those. I'm like, you're just going to have to go watch. Go check it out.
Do you have a link to the turbine you bought?
We do in the original video.
Yeah, in the unboxing
video. The unboxing is a link to it.
I believe there is.
And so I'm actually doing, I think tomorrow's video is the assembly. Maybe not. That might be Friday's video.
KJ, we're not going back up there and putting glitter on it, honey. She said it's mentioned to prevent eagle strikes.
Oh, okay. Wade says I'm not going to kill any birds. See, he's on my side.
Glitter turbine, Anna says, yes!
Yes! That's hilarious.
Okay, any further questions? It's almost 6:30, so 10 more minutes. 8 more minutes at the most. The power of Photoshop.
That's funny.
Hey,
I think we're going to end up adding like 3 or 4 more turbines, though, hopefully before winter, because that is going to be our reason that we don't have to
before winter.
Yeah, we can get a
She's
sponsor.
Very ambitious, folks.
We can get a sponsor. Beaver has wind turbines.
You think we're gonna make 3 more of those stands?
No, we're gonna do the ones KJ sent. It's much easier. It's much simpler. We have enough room for like 3 more.
She's very ambitious.
Thanks, Susie. If you paint your turbine glitter, I will paint my tower glitter. We could do a challenge across YouTube.
The power of Photoshop. We were just talking about Photoshop today. We're gonna Photoshop on our thumbnail or something bikini bodies.
Yes. Yeah. Since we don't want to do it.
Yeah.
We do need some models.
I'm getting really good at the Photoshop.
She is. Yeah. She did one the other day. It was like really good. Or that was today.
That was for my video.
KJ,
today.
I would recommend more turbines, but smaller ones. From what I can see, the max wattage most people get is far below the one you bought. Let's see what you get. It's all based on how much wind you get. So we up here in the wintertime on a pretty regular get 60-mile-an-hour wind over by the sawmill and stuff, which is why we don't mill in the wintertime, because it's windy. It's very windy.
Yesterday it was crazy windy.
Yeah.
But it was also lightning striking, so we didn't go out and look at the turbine. We didn't want to take a chance.
Yeah, exactly. So But I think I do like those ones that spin around, and Beaver has a few of them, and I was like, that would be cool right by the garden. So I think I'm probably going to put in quite a few of them. And if we got some over by the barn area, those would really crank out some power.
I think the hardest problem we have right now, and not necessarily the hardest, but it's gonna maybe hold us up a little bit, is that in order to put the turbine up higher, we need more cord.
Yeah,
and that stuff's not cheap.
That. Yeah,
and so that's the thing is, we might have to wait until funds come in for that.
We have to extend that, definitely.
Darlene, Harvest Right has a drawing for a free freeze dryer right now.
Ooh.
How do we sign up for that?
Heck yeah. Please don't mail in 60 mile an hour wind or lightning. Oz is not a place you need to visit, right?
Yeah. Diane said good night. She's leaving.
Oh, Diane, bye.
Thank you for being part of our lives,
exactly.
Diane. It's such an honor. We greatly appreciate you guys.
Sil says she needs a sign. How big should we paint one?
Alicia.
Sign.
Bless you, Alicia. You're
Great.
always wonderful. A few more questions? 4 minutes, the goat says.
Are you dying over there?
I'm dying. It's on their site. Okay. We'll have to go over and check it out.
We'll go check it out.
We'll both go sign up for it.
All right, you guys, we're going to take off and go feed
Hopefully
these.
I'll be lucky again.
Exactly. I want to be lucky.
I know, but
We could both.
it would be good if one of us won it.
Exactly.
I don't care who it is.
Same.
Yeah.
I'll work on one. Ignorant question. Does the turbine need grounded? The whole system ends up getting grounded. With a, what is that? A 10 foot grounding rod, copper grounding rod that will be slamming into the ground.
She makes it sound so easy. Slamming it in there.
It's not going to go that deep. How deep did we dig over there and we hit shale?
Yeah.
So
you
yeah, the whole
guys
system will be grounded.
Get the outhouse done. Yes, we're just waiting on doing the toilets, and we have to get in the tool shed for that, and that's the tool shed that collapsed. So
Yeah.
we'll wait until reinforcement comes up to help.
Yeah.
And
I need to get my table saw and my chop saw and that kind of stuff too. I'm building it. Oh, it died. Bye.
let me say goodbye.
My phone just died. They even pre-warned me. Are you guys there? It's dying. They're still there. We can't see you. Okay, good night.
Good night.
Now I don't know if it'll let me click off. How do I shut her down? Rotate device. I can't see anything.
Remember to keep your sawdust. Go to service. Luz, thanks for sharing.